Gotcha. All right. So my name is Rossi LeGrand. I am the co-founder of Clean Proposals. Been in the business about 25 years. And you are Antoniette. Tell me a little bit about yourself and why you are here.
My name is Antoniette, and we just recently started a company called Arizona Pro Cleaning Solutions. We really want to focus on post-construction
Okay.
cleanup. My husband is very familiar with that area and that field. He works with a lot of general contractors and got a lot of great leads. I come from an accounting and administrative background, so I kind of know what I need to do to get this going on my part.
Okay.
But I've never actually seen or worked with pro construction quotes or estimates, billing, invoicing. Lots of construction in my background, but as far as putting proposals and stuff together, bidding, making sure it's clear and accurate, I don't have any knowledge of that. So I came across your ad the other day that had all of the information that I was like, I need this information. So I need this software. So I kind of just wanted to get an overview of your software and see if this is something that will be useful for me as we grow.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and congratulations on starting your cleaning business.
Mhm.
Let's go here. All right, let me know when you can see my screen, Antoniette.
I can see your screen.
Awesome. Okay, so it's pretty simple. What you would do is you click Create Proposal, and I'm just going to select from an existing prospect just to make it faster. And you would create the proposal. We'll name it. We'll call it I had to look how to spell that there. Oh, I still missed it. I forgot an I in there somewhere, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
I before E, except after C. That's what somebody told me somewhere. All right. And is there a particular building type you would like to see?
We're looking at hospitals, schools, commercial buildings.
Okay, so I can do medical, dental. I can do education.
Let's do manufacturing.
Manufacturing. Okay. All right, and just construction cleaning, no janitorial work?
Yes, just construction.
Okay. And I'm assuming, well, I'll just do all three phases for you.
Okay.
So you've got phase one, which is a rough clean, then you've got the final clean, and then the touch-up clean.
Okay.
All right, so just click Add Proposal, and this is going to be pretty straightforward and easy, okay? But what this does is it gives you a templatized system so that you can put together the bids quickly and always look professional. And then you can track when they're opened. You have e-signature and some other features in here that makes it really easy for you.
Okay.
So the software is going to lay out each phase of the cleaning here separately. And if you click on Show Project Details, it then has a list of cleaning tasks that you're going to perform in that building. And here is the basic concept. If you want it in your proposal, make sure there's a check mark next to it. If you don't, uncheck it. So maybe there's not a fireplace that you're cleaning out, right? And anywhere that you see an edit pencil, you can customize it and make it your own.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can also, excuse me, you can also go down here and add your own cleaning tasks to it too.
Okay.
So this will also help you on your walkthrough, Antoniette. So let's say you or your husband out in the field and you've got to go walk a project and you want to take photos and notes. If you use your imagination here for just a moment, let me show you what this would look like on a mobile device. So this would be each phase of the cleaning. What you would do is you would create the proposal before you did the walkthrough.
Okay.
And load the type of cleaning that you want to do. And as you're walking through, you can actually go in here, click on photos and notes. You can put text information in here, or you can put photos. If this was actually on your mobile device, this would then pull up your camera.
Okay.
Okay. So you or your husband can then take photos and notes and then add them to your proposal. Let me jump back into regular view here. And same thing with the second project, phase two. Uncheck, check, or customize it to make your own. And same thing with step three. But let me show you how quickly a scope of services is already built. So if we go to the final step of the proposal, and we scroll down here to scope of services, your scope of service is already written in a matter of a few minutes.
That's great.
And the cool thing is too, is that you can templatize this, right? So let's say you don't like the way we've worded something and you wanted to have your own specific information in there, you can go back and save it as a template and then reuse it and just and it'll automatically put your new prospects information in there. But let me go to step 2, the calculator. This is what a lot of people really like to see. So you have an accounting background. I would imagine that this information is important to you, right?
Absolutely.
So what you can do is you can go and you need to cost out each phase of the cleaning because you want to know your true numbers. So if you go here and you click show project details, what you can do is go in and select the number of staff. Let's say you're going to have 6 people making $20 an hour and they're all going to work 40 hours. Okay, so each person's going to work 40 hours for this phase of cleaning. So you think it's going to take them 5 days at 8 hours a day. Okay, the software is going to tell you what your labor cost is, and then down here you can add your additional expenses. So sometimes you'll have to have like a lift, right? Lift rental to do the windows. Let's say that's going to be $1,500 for a week. You're going to have cleaning supplies. Let's say you think that's going to be $300 for the project. You may have drive time and fuel. And you think that's going to be, $250. You could have whatever expenses that you need. Is there anything else that you could think of that you would need here?
No, not right now.
And how have you guys decided how you're going to do your profit margins? Do you have a certain percentage that you try to work on, a minimum or anything like that?
Not at this time.
Okay. So you definitely want to make a lot of money in construction cleaning because it's hard. Right. And like when I do my training, that's one of the things I tell people to avoid when they first start is because they need to get used to cleaning in the commercial setting first and then venture out. But you guys have background in construction, so that's a lot easier for you. So let's say that you want to make a 40% profit margin, right? What the software will do is tell you what your revenue would be, how much cash you're making, and what your charge to your customer is. And then if you know the cleanable square footage, then the software will tell you what you're charging per square foot. But there's also a lot more power in here too. Let's say you're looking at this and you go, you know what? I think I should make $5,500 on that rough clean. I've got to haul out a bunch of debris. I've got to go to the dump, because dump fees could be something that you have, in here. Yep. It's going to cost me a lot of money. I got to rent a trailer, etc. Yard waste container. So you say, I want to make $5,500 on that. The software will reverse engineer your numbers and tell you what your profit margin is, what to charge your customer, and what you're charging per square foot.
Okay.
On top of that, let's say you're working with somebody that has a very specific budget constraint, right? Let's say that they say, Antoniette, I love you guys. Great. I want your service over everybody else, but I can't go over nickel over 9,500. The software will let you also type in that information here. And it will then reverse engineer your numbers again and tell you what your profit margin is, what money you would be making, and what you're charging per square foot. And on top of that, but wait, there's more. All right. On top of that, Antoniette, you can also try it by the square foot.
Okay.
So if you want to go in here and say, you know what, I think I want to see what it looks like if I was charging 44 cents a square foot. It will tell you what your profit margin is, how much money you're making, and your charge to your customer. All of that at the power of your fingertips. So it really, yeah. Tell me what you like about it.
I love it. I have been looking at software the last couple of weeks and just trying to get my brain wrapped around how I was going to build this out. This actually takes a lot of the legwork.
Yeah. A lot of the stress, no guessing either, no guesstimates. These are
Yeah.
real estimates.
So, being that you guys do this for multiple states, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Um,
all over the world, actually.
yeah, what is the rough estimate square footage rate that is going right now?
You know, that is a great question. So I have a video teaching people why bidding by the square foot is wrong, but
Yeah,
I
I've
understand
heard
why
that
you want,
times.
yeah.
Like,
And
you can bid 44 cents a square foot, but if the, area that you're cleaning has 3 or 4 restrooms in it, it's gonna cost you more than what it would be if it was just an open facility, so.
yeah,
I've been kind of curious on how people are actually bidding, especially going into this brand new. I don't want to overbid,
or
or
underbid,
underbid either,
right.
so getting
Right.
that down has kind of been a curiosity to me.
Yeah, so I actually have a video that I created why bidding by the square foot is wrong. So before I answer that question, because I'm going to try to help you out the best I can.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
The short answer is I don't know, but I'll tell you what I've heard.
Okay.
Okay. But before I tell you that, the reason why I tell people don't bid by the square foot and use our calculator and then use it the way that I just showed you is
Mhm.
because if I just told you that, and here's your answer, I'm seeing on average anywhere from 40 to 55 cents a square foot. That's kind of what I'm hearing on a
Mhm.
regular basis. I see it in chat groups. I'll have conversations with our clients all over the world, and that's kind of what's happening. But it's not enough information, and you also just answered some of why it's not enough information. So you can go into, let's say, a retail facility that's wide open showroom space that's, primary displaying clothes, and it has one little tiny break room in the back, one little restroom in the back, and then, maybe a conference room and a security room or something, right? And a couple of changing stations. Or you can go into the exact same square footage that is a manufacturing facility, and it has all these nooks and crannies in it. It's got 10 restrooms, it's got a shower and locker room, and it's got 3 stories of windows, right? Like the variances are so wide that if I just told you, Antoniette, everybody's saying 45 cents a square foot or 44 cents a square foot, the only thing you would know is this,
Mhm.
is the price. You don't know your profit margin. You don't know how much money you're making. You don't know what you can add in as your additional expenses. You don't know how many people are going to be on the job, how much you're paying them, and for how long.
Yes, I understand that. I also like that, the way that your walkthrough is set up with the camera, that you can take notes, because those are all things that are going to play a huge factor into how much you're going to charge.
Exactly. Exactly. And you can also, and the power behind this is that you can then go back here and play with the numbers. What if I had 7 people and they were making $25 an hour? Right. And then it's going to reverse engineer everything for you. What
That's
if it was, 6 people and I was just paying, $22 an hour? Right. So, and then you can play with the hours. This really takes that guesswork out, and so that you're not bidding blind. Now, I understand why people want the square footage because they don't want to under or overbid, but just use that as a part of your tool or thought process.
Mhm.
Don't use it as the number,
Yeah,
right? Because you're going to lose out every time. Make sense?
yeah.
Okay, and so there's some other ways to use clean proposals here too. You don't have to cost out everything like I just did, but you being an accountant, you probably would want to, and I always suggest that you should. But Antoniette, you can just go down here and you could skip all that and you can just put in a price and that will show up in the proposal. So you can go down here, skip all that again, and just put a number in. And we'll go back to the final step. And I'll click on compensation here and you'll see that everything is laid out for you. Your rough clean, that's how much you're charging. Your final clean, that's how much you're charging. And the touch-up clean, that's how much you're charging. Now, in addition to the power of the walkthrough, in addition to the photos and notes, in addition to that extraordinary calculator, if I may say so myself, you also get a cover letter, which is completely customizable. And what I like to do is embed videos in them explaining either our services or the pricing structure. right? So when I say customizable, you can just go in here and click the edit pencil.
Mhm.
And here, I'll give you an example. Actually, this is probably perfect for you. I'll send this to you. Here we go. Our conversation. It's a video on why bidding by the square foot is wrong.
Thank you.
So I would click in there, and then I click this little icon right here. And what I do is I upload videos to YouTube, and then I make them non-listed or they're not public, unlisted, and so nobody else can see them. And then save, and now you have a video in your proposal.
Nice.
Exactly. And this is how your proposals are delivered, by the way. I'm about to send this to you.
Okay.
There's some other features that I want to show you in here really quick. Let me go and find your information, Antoniette. Here you are. Oh, okay. So we have an electronic delivery system. You can download this as a PDF and send it to them. Obviously, the video won't be in there, but our software turns it into a video link so they can still click on it and email it to them.
Nice.
And then you can either get a link and share it through your email address, which I suggest that you do, because that way you can communicate back and forth about the proposal. Or you can send it through Clean Proposals, which has a template to it, but would have your logo and your information in it. So when you get this, imagine that your information was there.
Mhm.
Excuse me. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to you. Do you have access to this email right now?
Yes.
Okay. You can go ahead and check that in just a moment, but let me show you some other features here in the software. So Antoniette, you can also go up here and you can pick your own proposal design. So we uploaded almost 100 different themes for you to choose from. And you can get more specific because this looks more like construction cleaning, right?
Mhm.
And then we have some more corporate looking ones back here. And let's say you like this one. You can just see how everything changed. And this would be your logo, your tagline, your information in there, and the colors changed. Also, you can change images. And we have 125 royalty-free stock photos in here for you, or you can upload your own image,
Okay.
okay, to really customize your proposal. And when I say customize your proposal, the software, the way we built the software is so that it has all the scientific psychological breakdowns of what people respond to in proposals. So that's one of the first things. That's why we have these stunning themes, right? You want somebody to catch their eye. They have to want to look at it in order to read it. But most prospects don't read proposals, they scan them.
Mhm.
So value is perception, right? Time is money, but value is perception, or perception is value. And if they perceive it to be professional, they're more likely to be able to pay you more and hire you, right? So what this is like considered a pain point summary. So as your husband is going through bids or going through walkthroughs, I always tell people when you're doing your walkthroughs, you have to build, discover, highlight, and close. And as part of that formula, you want to find out the pain points. Hey, what are the things that you dealt with in the past from other cleaning companies that you want to make sure don't happen on this project? You know, I want to make sure that we're not giving you the same issues that you've had in the past. And once you get that information, they'll say, oh, you know, the last company we hired, man, they just ran through here and, you know, they didn't get the glue. They didn't do this. I had to call them back 10 times.
Mhm.
Right. What you do is you would mirror what they said in the video in the pain point summary before you break down the numbers to them. And then you would have the stated solutions here. So we use this as a pain point summary and you stick the solutions to their problems here. So for example, you can say, like if they had an issue with having to call them back all the time, you can say no callbacks. Right? Exclamation point. And then go in here and just have a brief little thing about how you can guarantee quality. right? So
Yeah.
if they're scanning your proposal, you want to give them the perception that you've answered their problems. Now, I know a lot of guys in construction cleaning, they're just more black and white. Hey, give me your price, show up with your cleaning crew. But you still need to sell,
Yeah.
right? You still need to present yourself in a way that's professional and answer their problems. So you can really customize this. And then also it has a legal agreement. Here's your compensation layout, by the way, as I mentioned to you.
Mhm.
And it's got a legal agreement that was written by attorneys, Antoniette.
Okay.
So it's bindable in all 50 states, but it's also still customizable. So if I wanted to go in here into the legal agreement, for example, I could scroll down and like we don't have photo ID for our employees. So I'll uncheck that, remember, on your proposal, make sure that's checked. If you don't, uncheck it, and now it's disappeared and the system renumbers.
Okay. I like that.
Then you can also add your own subsections in here. So like we have people that want sometimes get a materials deposit, stuff like that. You can add a subsection in here, say I need a deposit. You can pre-sign the proposal if you want. So you can just click and open that, click here and add your signature, or you can type it in. And then you can upload your own marketing materials, as I mentioned. And then you can also upload your insurance document.
Nice. Okay.
So sometimes people will want a W-9 and your proof of insurance. You can upload those and include them in here too. Okay. And then as I showed you earlier, you've got your complete scope of services. Now, another thing that's really cool, can you go ahead and check your email, the proposal I sent you?
Yes. Okay.
All right, here, let me go back in here. Just taking a little second to load. Let me refresh this. Okay, so here you are. And when you get to the cover page, there's going to be, it's like kind of grayed out and it will say like allow to play on YouTube or always allow to play on YouTube. Click on that.
Okay.
And by the way, that's how your proposals are delivered to your prospects.
Oh, nice.
Yep. See how professional that looks?
That does.
And you can watch that later and kind of go over that. And I think this is one where I did kind of like a soft closing technique on there. But do you see where it says share and there's a signature button and download PDF there?
Yes.
Go ahead and share that proposal with somebody else. Like share it with your husband if he has a different email address.
Okay. Just sent it.
So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. So I know that you opened it at 12:59. So you must be in mountain time somewhere. Oh, yeah, you did say Arizona. So I see what time you opened it in your time zone. I click on view details and I see how long you spent. You spent 27 seconds on the.
That's great.
Right. Tell me what you like about that.
I love that. I love that because you get to know exactly what they're most concerned about.
Exactly. I need to hire you as a salesperson. You already given most of the pitches that I would have to tell people. Now, also check this out. So I know that you shared it with info@azprocleaningsolutions.com. Can you tell me the significance of that?
I now know what they're looking at when.
Exactly.
If it was a manager or somebody that was in a partnership with me, I would be able to view to see what was important to them.
Exactly. On top of that, they're going to share it with other decision makers or the decision maker.
Yeah.
Right. And so on top of you knowing who they shared it with or where it was shared, you know when they opened it and what sections they're looking at too. And so what I like to do is I'll follow up about an hour afterwards. So a lot of times it will have the person's name embedded in there too, right? And so I'll just say, hey, Antoniette, I didn't get a chance to meet you during the walkthrough the other day, but I understand these are the pain points or these are the challenges that you're looking to solve. I just wanted to let you know how we solve them. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out for me. You know, here's my contact. I look forward to earning your business.
That's really good, because if you're working with a supervisor on the job that is just managing that one facility, whoever they forward it to could be the GC who has multiple facilities.
Yep. Or the purchasing agent who's handling all their contracts.
Awesome.
Oh, you writing that one down. I like it. I like it. Right. And then, you know, I've even had our proposals shared with our competitors before, because our proposals were so much more detailed. And I saw that it was with one of the Jan franchises. I won't say which one. Right. And I looked and I called the prospect up. I said, hey, you know, I use a third-party proposal delivery system, and it shows, you know, it tracks our proposals through secured links, and it shows that Jan something has the proposal. Did you know how they got that? Right. I know who did it, right? Because it says shared by,
Yeah.
and who's the recipient of it.
Yeah.
Right. And they're like, oh yeah, I sent it to them because, you know, to be honest with you, your proposal, this is what they told me. Now, this is a I would say maybe multi-billion or close to billion-dollar franchise. They told me that my proposal was so much better. Our proposal system at Clean Proposals was so much better than the competitors that they couldn't make a good comparison. So that they wanted them to make theirs more detailed like ours, so that they can compare apples to apples.
Hey, that's a compliment.
Well, yeah, for our system, but I'm like, hey, if
You're
they
still
can't
in
get
your
it right,
stuff.
you know, on that, what's up with that? So you know what I did? Check this out. You see this little 3-dot menu right here? I went down here and I disabled access.
Nice.
So when they go to log in to check it, it will say you're not authorized to view this proposal. Please contact the sender.
Nice.
Isn't that kind of cool?
That's great.
So let me go into here too. Let me go back here and show you a couple of the things, and then we'll end unless you have some questions. So you see right here in this 3-dot menu, you can also copy this proposal as a template. So let's say like we have users that like do specialize in restaurants and medical facilities, and they've made infomercials and commercials for those industries. And like for one that I saw, it was a gentleman out of Canada, actually. He had a beautiful commercial for the medical facility and talked about all the HIPAA laws and, you know, all the I don't know if it was called HIPAA there, but all the laws pertaining to medical facilities and all their cleaning standards that met medical facility standards. And he embedded that in a proposal and he made a template. So every time he has a medical facility, he just pulls up that template, and our software will automatically feed in the new prospects information, right? So it changes all that stuff. And then you can also duplicate proposals. So let's say your GC has 3 buildings or 3 locations and they're all kind of similar, right? You say, hey, can you give me a proposal for those 3? You don't have to start from scratch. You can just duplicate it and copy it to that prospect, and then just add a new location to it. Okay. And there's other features in here that I could go over with you. If you guys wanted to get into the commercial side of cleaning on the offices and do that on a regular basis, because that's consistent income, we have a bidding calculator that will help you get your production rates. So you'll know how long it takes you to clean for your regular standard janitorial. Plus you can add special projects in here. Matter of fact, I'll just show you that real quick. Let's say you wanted to add in carpet cleaning. You wanted to price out separately. You wanted to do hard floor scrubbing, stripping and waxing floors, because sometimes they'll ask you to add wax to floors and stuff like that. You got to clean some tile and grout. You can do pressure washing, siding, soft wash, polishing stone floors, window washing, interior, exterior. So if you wanted to price that out separately, you can choose certain areas of the building or add it to the whole building, add the project. And again, our software will give you step-by-step procedures on how that work will be performed, right? And then you can go back into your calculator and you can price out your window washing project, and then that will be added to your proposal too.
Okay, so I guess one of the questions I would have is like, once you get the estimate out, the customer approves it. Does your system link to accounting systems?
No, so we don't integrate with anything at this moment. And it's done on purpose because there's so many different ones. We don't know which way to go.
In all honesty, I prefer that because it never, and that's just not just your company, but any company that I've ever had where the software, the CM software talks to the accounting software, it never integrates properly. So
Exactly.
probably go and fix it, or trying to figure out what exactly is going on. So that's fine. Okay, so this is actually great software. I'm glad that I got to speak with you today. So what is it? How do you guys bill? How is your software?
You transition for me perfectly. Have you been in sales? Because like you know all the transition points, you know all the things to say. That was my next question. Have I earned your $49 today?
Very close. I do have a partner, my husband.
Okay.
That's why I wanted this recorded, because I know he's going to want to see a lot of what we're talking about today. But definitely something that it would say is worth the $49. Now, do you guys do like a monthly plan, or is this something that's a subscription? Or
so first of all, before I earn your $49, I'm going to let you try it for free for 2 weeks because we offer a free trial. Okay, and it's unlimited usage, unlimited users for $49 a month. No contracts, cancel at any time.
Okay.
And that's the only payment option that we have at the moment.
Okay, so $49 per month. Okay, my last thing would be can I get you to hold off on my 2-week free trial until I actually have somebody that I'm ready to work with?
Yeah, you can sign up anytime you want. Yeah. Yeah, you sign up.
This is something I definitely is going to be a great benefit to a startup company, especially being that we're just getting into a place where we're learning how to bill and how to quote and estimate our product. But definitely want to just hold off just a little bit until I have an actual customer that I know I can work with and get the actual cost of what it's going to take for us to do the job. So
yeah, I would actually recommend that.
I don't want to start it today and then 2 weeks from now it'd be over and I wasn't able to benefit from it.
Yeah, no, I actually recommend that because we're here to help people make money. We don't want this just to be an expense. So if you're not taking on clients at this moment, just wait until you have an opportunity, or maybe right before you start getting your first opportunities, so that you get familiar with the software, do a walkthrough in your house, kind of get used to, plug and playing on some of these things, and then go out into the real world and use the software. But you'll still have a free 2-week trial at that time too.
Okay. And do you, I know that you have a private YouTube account, but is there anything out there that you have where I can research and not just get a little bit further deeper into your software?
There are some videos that are, so probably the one that would really help you is why bidding by the square foot is wrong. No, actually, you know that already. What will help you is the commercial cleaning one. So I have one on there that's how to bid any commercial cleaning.
Okay. If you can send me that, I'm just doing so much research right now, trying to get to where I need to be so that we can get going. Anything that you have would be grateful. I'd be grateful.
How to bid any commercial cleaning. I'll drop it in the chat window here real quick.
Okay.
Let's see here. And then it takes a few hours for the video to process sometimes. When I get it, I'll send it to you.
Great.
And you know what? This is actually a really good training video. Would you mind, or you could talk to your husband and think, would you mind if I posted this on YouTube for other viewers to check out?
Oh, no, that's fine.
Oh, great. I appreciate that, because I don't think I have one as in depth on construction cleaning and showing people how to use it. This would be a good tool to show people how to do it. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You're a good spokesperson and model. Thank you. Any other questions for me?
No, I don't. I have your contact information, so I will be definitely getting back to you as soon as we get to a place where we're going to start giving some
Right.
estimates out.
Right. And again, congratulations on your startup. There's a ton of money to be made in the
Yes.
business. One of the largest ones, I live in a small city, but one of the largest ones I did was $90,000 net profit to us in, I think it was 9 or 11 days, something like that.
Wow.
It was a $120,000 project, and we took home 90 grand of it.
That's amazing.
And we used that for a big chunk of it. We used towards making our software too. This is back
That's
in
great. You know,
in 2019.
I have been online and I have been doing some research, and I did come across some other software that is out there, and this is very detailed and very helpful. So I appreciate your time.
What else were you looking at? Have you done any other demos or anything?
I haven't done any other demos. Like I said the other day, I'm not even sure where I came across your link, but I came across your link and I saw everything that you had as far as proposal design, mastering the walkthrough, bidding accuracy, scope. And I was just like, I need this information. So I was like, I can't pass this demo up. So I was just like, yeah, let's get it started. But I'm definitely excited about what you guys are doing there, and look forward to working with you guys.
All right. Well, thanks again, Antoniette. It was a pleasure meeting you, and thank you for helping build our dreams, and hopefully we can help you build yours as well.
Absolutely. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. You too. Bye now.
Bye.